Desko, defenseman Brandon Mullins, midfielder Nicky Galasso, and attackman Kevin Rice. We'll start with a statement from Coach and then open it up for questions. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Well, I thought it was a great win for us today. I think that our players had a pretty good understanding of who Cornell was coming into the game. They did some different things against us early in the game defensively, and it took us a little while to get going and figure it out, but I think the guys made some good adjustments, and my hat's off to their goaltender. I thought he played a good game all game long, and especially early. There were a few we thought we could have had in the first quarter that he took away from us, and so my hat's off to him and their defense. And I thought their face-off was very good today. There are a lot of things going on in there, but I think it was great for Ben Williams to go against that guy, and our wings. I think it's going to help us get better going forward. But all in all, early in the year here, to have a win against Cornell is always good, and we'll take it and enjoy it and get on the board for Army coming up this week.
Questions for Syracuse?
Brandon, you talked about the defensive effort as a whole, and then I think you had one specific play where you just dove in front, when the ball was getting toward the goal. Can you take me through that as well?
Right. I don't think we were too pleased with how we played last week, so I thought we did a good job bouncing back, and I think we played really well. But that play, it was just kind of chaos, and I saw they kind of tried to tip the ball in the goal, and I just dove to try to stop it, and didn't go in, so that was good.
What kind of things did you want to improve on from last week, and what did you kind of do this week to do something?
I don't know, just intensity. Last week, we were kind of, we just didn't play as well as we thought we should have. So this week, I think we were definitely more physical today. We had some pretty good talk, and I thought we played a lot better.
Can you follow up on that, please? The difference defensively last week of this, and what some of these points of emphasis were from the end of the game?
Yes, yeah, and they've got Cornell has some great players, and so we knew who they were, and I thought Bobby Wardwell played very well consistently there, and made some saves that he shouldn't have too. So that was good to see. But this is a pretty good group out there, and I think the fact that Cornell had a lot more possessions than Siena did, we were forced to play more defense, and I think that helped us get in a groove, and it was a good win, but great practice for us too. It was great for the defense to play well. I thought they slid and recovered well all day long.
Brandon, could you talk about the challenge of guarding Donovan? I mean, he's got such quick feet, from X, and he's just, what do you have to do defensively? How do you get a point for him?
Right. So I actually talked to Coach Desko about this in the game. I think at the beginning of the game I was kind of reaching and lunging at him, and then Coach just told me that I just kind of had to sit back and drop step a little faster, so I think I did a little better job of that. And I played against him before. I played him last year, and we watched a lot of film on him, so I think that helped.
When you take away the quarterback from X, that kind of now leaves Busick.
Right.
Not that they don't have other guys, but you know what I'm saying? They're taking away an integral part of the offense. How big was that tonight?
Right. I mean, I guess I did my job, so that was good.
How exciting is it for you to have a guy like that at the X, and you can get assists and you can also score? How nice is that for you?
Yeah, it was good to see. I think he wasn't having the success that we wanted him to at that point, and the game was still, very in reach. So to have him be such a threat with the ball and making decisions after he comes up with the ball is a bonus in that position. So it's good to have.
I think Kevin or both, just thoughts on offensive. Sorry, Nick. Sorry. Look at the stats. Sorry.
Looks like him.
The thoughts on the offensive balance tonight, as with every game. Either one of you?
Yeah, I'm just looking over here. I didn't really think about it during the game, but like you said, there's a bunch of goal scorers and a bunch of guys with assists, and I think that's good because it makes it harder for teams to focus on one area or one individual player, and if they do, we have other guys that can step up. Early in the game, they weren't really sliding too much from down low, and our midfielders made them pay, and then later they had to respect that and start going, so I thought it was a well-rounded team offensive game.
Nicky, to follow up on that, they've moved Edmonds back up top this year to create mismatch problems. They got a big lefty attackman from last year. You kind of, have moved from attack to midfield. Go through what kind of an advantage that gives you having played down low before.
Yeah, I mean, with our offense, everyone's everywhere. So, our attackmen go up into the box with the midfielders, and the attack goes down low sometimes. And, I'm used to playing behind, but I can also play up top too. So I think the transition helps us out a little bit because when I'm dodging from up top, I can also, go behind the net. So I think that creates some type of a mismatch because, with, Henry and Lecky on the line with me, they're going to draw the pole because they're faster than me, So I think it gives me a little bit of advantage that I'm getting the short stick and, playing against the pole my whole life. I think that helps me out too. So.
Could you talk about the confidence you have this year? You just seem like a different player. Is it because you're totally healthy, or you're just so used to the system now, or what exactly?
I think it has a little bit to do with both. I'm healthy, and I'm just getting used to playing with these guys. It's awesome to be out there with these guys, and it's my last year, and it's the last opportunity that I have to reach the goal that we want to reach. So I'm just excited, and I'm willing to do anything it takes.
But it's 7-3, and it looks like they're making a little game. It's just a matter of, okay, who's going to turn on now, or you've got so many guys.
Yeah, with with our first line and our second line, everyone makes the smart play, and with our attack, that it's one of the best attacks in the country. So, I think we have so many playmakers, but we just when it comes to that, we just have to slow it down a little bit, and just play the way we play because we have a pretty good offense.
Coach, first year 200 wins, first guy not named Roy Simmons to achieve that mark here at SU. What does it mean?
It means I've been here a long time. It's great. I'd like to be here for 300, but I hadn't really thought about it going into the game, and I've been here and worked, with Roy Simmons Jr. for 19 years, and when he retired, obviously took over for him, and it's great to see him in the stands, and knew his dad very well, Roy Simmons Sr., so it's great to be in the ballpark with guys like that.
Coach, any extra meaning with 200 coming against a rival like Cornell?
Yeah, well, Cornell, when I was playing, he handled us a couple times, so I guess it's always nice to get back at him as, coming from a player to a coach. But, I think it was our 100th game today in our book, and so to have 200th come on our 100th is a cool thing.
Kevin, could you talk about what you saw from Cornell's defense in the first quarter? It seemed like they were on you guys pretty good. And what allowed you guys to break in the middle two quarters?
Yeah, well, like Brandon said earlier, we watched a lot of film on them and from our game last year, and they have what's called a near-man defense where the closest defender slides, and that usually was a guy down low, and they weren't doing that as much. They were sort of locking up with the attackman when a midfielder was dodging, and so I think it just took us a little while to readjust and not really go with what we had been practicing and just go back to our basic offensive roots, and I thought we did that, and the midfielders played really well late in the first quarter and in the second quarter, and that helped open it up for us behind.
Did it seem like anything similar to what Siena was doing in that they were doubling up a man on you, leaving another attack open, or was it a little different?
It was a little different because Siena was just a pure shutoff, and I was off the ball. The guy was just shutting me off. But this was just more of a, on all of our attacks, just sort of a not sliding up as a rule, and the middies did a great job taking advantage of it.
How big is it, when you guys aren't scoring for the defense on the other side of the ball to kind of be shutting them down?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was firing us up on offense because we knew we were a little slow getting going, and it was 1-0 late in the first quarter, I think, and they're hitting people and they're creating turnovers, and they're pushing the ball up the field, and it gets the dome going, it gets the crowd going, and it gives us confidence that we're still in it and that they've got our backs if we're starting a little slow.
Time for a couple more questions. Kevin, you could call this one a signature win. How nice is it to get a top 10 victory out of the way just 2 weeks into the season?
Yeah, we talked about it in the locker room before the game that you don't get an opportunity to get a top 10 win that often this early in the season, especially with the type of schedule we have with the ACC and some of our traditional rivals like Hopkins. We know we're probably going to take some lumps later in the year, and this is a nice one to put on the resume and take advantage of moving forward.
John, do you have any updates on Evans?
He just to say he's getting better, and it should be before too long. We'd like to get him out there.
Last question for Syracuse. All right, guys, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.